Om. Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। 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 ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्ततामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरा सुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। व्यासप्रसादात् श्रुतवान् एतद्गुह्यमहं परम् योगं योगेश्वरात् कृष्णात् साक्षात् कथयत स्वयं। श्रुतवान् अहम्, I heard this. What did I hear? Paramam Guhyam, supreme secret of life. What Bhagavan said with Arjuna was not about Swarga Prapti or Punya Prapti or some other going to another world or any ritual, but he shared the secret of life, how to live a life. How to live a life, how to live also. If you know how to live, then only we can live. So how to live and how to live, both. And this is yogam. Every chapter is a yoga. Every chapter is a union with the higher. whether it is bhakti, jnanam, dhyanam, sannyasa, whatever it is, all are yoga in the form of how to unite with the highest. Gurudev used to say, first of all, we have to unite our manaha with buddhi. Which itself is hard. Because manaha sankalpat vikalpatmakam, constantly doubting, and buddhi is nichayatmika. To some extent, it has the stability. First of all, our thoughts should unite with our knowledge. That itself is wrong. That doesn't happen. Once we unite the mind with the intellect, we are better off a bit. Because if you don't send your children to school, what would be their mind? Think about it. You never send your child to school. Neither you, not also you have homeschooled. Then what happens? The child, what would be the attitude and maturity of the child? What is the expectation of any parent? That the child learns something in the school, which develops its buddhi, intellect, where the child has the ability to independently decide at some point of time. You don't need to handhold all the time. And then only you will set her or him for university, right? That's why many of the parents are very apprehensive. My child again alone? Because I cannot give him the freedom to be independent. Why? Because you're not sure whether he has buddhi or buddhu. So buddhi is, mind has to unite with buddhi. And then this buddhi unites with the higher. That is the spiritual path. Obviously, that's what Bhagavan talked about. Suddhared atmana atmanam na atmanam avasadayet atmaiva hi atmano bandhu atmaiva ripura. So yoga, from whom did I hear? Yoga Ishwarat Krishna. One who is a master of this. Krishna himself, Swayam, Sakshat Swayam Katayataha. Himself spoke. No, not any interpreter, no media, no AI. Nowadays you have this AI also, right? You speak in one language, it will replace in another language. You speak in Italian, translate into English to somebody. Raisani directly, Swayam Katayataha. He spoke directly without any interpreter. But this I could hear because of the grace of Vyasa. Vyasa Prasadat Sutama. Vyasa gave this opportunity, great opportunity to me. And it is said that this knowledge is even though heard, but can dawn into us only when we repeat again and again. Only once you heard, it is not sufficient. As Gurudev would say, it is not enough that you went through Gita. Gita should go through you. Do not say, oh, I have finished Bhagavad Gita. No, you can never be finished. Until you are finished, it's not over. So here in the next verse he says, you read verse number 76. Rajan samsmritya samsmritya samvadamimam adbhutam keshavarjunayo punyam rishyami cha muhurmuhu rajan samsmritya samvadamimam adbhutam keshavarjunayo punyam rishyami cha muhurmuhu. Hey Rajan, addressing Dhritarashtra, imam adbhutam samvada. This great conversation, adbhutam means ascharya-karam. It is something which is making my mind unable to comprehend so easily. Adbhutam means, or ascharya is, where your jaws drop. Right? When you see something which you have never believed, seeing it, is it not your jaw drop? Don't you say that it is jaw dropping? What does it mean? Ah. So when you move around, it's called Ascharya. Idi charadi idi Ascharya. So, Ascharya Adbhutam, this conversation between Krishna and Arjuna, Keshava Arjuna Yoho, Samvadam imam Adbhutam. And me remembering it again and again, samsmritya. Samsmriti means remembering it well. Samyak smriti. Samsmritya. Remembering it again and again and again. What does it mean? That once you study or read is not sufficient. So in the Upanishad it is said, Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramatitavyam. Never stop, study and share. Study, share, study and share. Because sharing clarifies how much you know. Because when I study, when I speak about it, then only I know how much I know. Is it not true? Even after listening to 1 hour of talk, let us ask, what did you listen for 1 hour? So why? Because we are not able to retain. So that is the difference between smriti and medha. Smriti is memory, medha is retention power. So medha shakti in Veda Suktam, it is there in our Vedas. Medha Devi Jutamana Surutta. We worship the power of retention. How much you retain is what you can practice or put into action. What you hear, what you remember, you remember for a short time. But what you retain is what is helpful to you. Like food you eat, but everything goes away from the other side. Then what energy you will have? Dysentery. It never entered actually. It just went out. Some people are like constipation in thinking, dysentery in talking. You don't understand what it means. So you don't remember. I mean, even you remember, you don't retain. Don't you tell your children? How many times I have to tell you? And you keep telling that's your job. You keep telling. You don't remember. No. So again and again and again and again I go back. Samsritya visambadamidam adbhutam Keshava Yoho, which is what? Punyam. Most meritorious. Meritorious means what? That which purifies something. So it is said in our scriptures, Paropakaraya Punyam Paropakara. Paropakara is Paropakara Punyaya, and Paropakara means helping others. Paropakara means Paraupakara. Paropakara Punyaya. Parapidanam Papa. That is, helping others is for obtaining merit, and disturbing others is to obtain more sin. See, in whatever way one can gain more and more punya, one Mahatma I was listening to, very, very interesting thing. No, there are two words we have to understand, drishtam and adrishtam. Drishta means what is seen, adrishta means what is not. So when you do an action, it is known, seen. And in the Vedas, what it is said that drishta karma se aapka adrishta phal mil jaye. Drishta karmana adrishtam prapnoti. Drishta means what is seen. So rituals when you perform, that is drishtam, what is seen. But what is the purpose of that drishtam, or what is the karma you do to get adrishtam? Adrishtam means not seen. The punya, which is unseen, which will, probably give you heaven. Adrishtam, adrishta karmana, drishta phalam prak. Just like an action which is very well seen and known, performing of which you obtain what is unseen, you do the unseen to get the what is seen. Meaning what? जो आप प्रार्थना करते हो वो अदृष्ट है, उसका फल है दृष्ट. When you do action, it is meant for something unseen. When you do the prayer, you're not doing externally, you are doing in your mind, and that prayer that you do within yourself will give visible result. So, study of Bhagavad Gita is not an action. It is understanding, right? So, this understanding takes place in your mind without you knowing it. Meaning, you're not doing any action to achieve that, but you are thinking about it. When you do again and again the swadhyaya, the result will be drishtam only. Drishtam means you will be seeing the seen result, obvious result, evidential result. Somebody told me this, no, Swamiji, I've been attending satsang. Nothing has changed. I said, if you have not attended, it would have been worse. Is it not true that when you come here to attend the class, your spouse who is at home is so happy? If you have been back there, you will be troubling her or him. So now you are here, he can do whatever you want. You are good. One day you don't go, he'll ask, oh, you're not going? You have to go. Only no class, you have to attend. So you coming here gives him evidential good result. Oh. Anyway, coming back to our point, yes, punyam. It is definitely a great merit even to remember this knowledge. Rajan samsmritya samvadam imam adbhutam Kesava Arjuna Yoho Punyam. And very mere remembering this knowledge, Krishna, I'm so delighted. Again and again, because this knowledge is so deep. The entire Bhagavad Gita is so, Gurudev said that man-making science. It is something which makes you a real human being. Because we are physically human being only right now. Inside ourselves is only Rakshasa. But if you want to really be a refined human being, then one to understand the purpose of human birth and walk towards that, move towards that. So that is what Bhagavad Gita does. So here, listening to this again and again he repeats the same point. Tacha samsmritya Rupamadhyatpudam Harehe Vismayo me Mahan Rajan Drishyami cha punah punah Tacha samsmritya Rupamadhyatpudam Harehe Vismayo me Mahan Rajan Drishyami cha punah punah. Earlier it says Drishyami muhurmuhu. Same thing. I am delighted again and again samsmritya. Again remembering. Now he does not talk about the samvada, not that conversation between Kesava Arjuna Yoho. He says, Harehe Atyadbhutam Rupa. The form of the Lord which I saw, the cosmic form of the Lord which I saw, which I was given the great privilege to see, may Vismayaha Mahan Vismayaha. In me, or for me, it is indeed a great wonder, Ascharya. And Vismaya means breathtaking. It is indeed a very breathtaking form of the Lord I saw. The interesting thing is, why Swamiji is not available that way nowadays? If Bhagavan must be there like that, it should be available to us. Yes, it is available. Open the eyes and see. It's only, he only is there. We want in a particular form only Bhagavan should appear. Then only we acknowledge. You know, in a particular form only Bhagavan should appear. In the way we want him to appear, only he should appear. Though for a devotee it is possible. But the intense devotion with which a devotee thinks about the Lord, Bhagavan appears in that particular way. Yatha bhavaha tata deva bhaktana. For bhaktas, yatha bhavaha, as they think the Lord in a way, that is the way he will appear. But we demand it. We don't have the bhava, we demand it. First time when Gurudev came to United States, he wear full piece suit. When you see that picture, 3-piece suit, with black coat, white, like he was a lawyer, like black pant and the shoe and all. Because he is not sure how they would, sadhus landing up there, then usually this is a weird person, what is he coming here? So he, first time when he came, he was wearing that dress and thing. So one lady was appointed to receive him in New York. And she, in her mind, it was, Swami is coming, means he must be wearing a saffron cloth and all that. So she was waiting and waiting and waiting. That person didn't come. On the other hand, Swamiji was waiting for this person. So finally, everybody left in that gate. And Swamiji was sitting. And he was sitting on the He is wondering, whom do we ask, whatever. So slowly he went. Are you waiting for a Swami? Yes, that is me. But you, yes. Why do you have? So he said that this is how I came, but I will change, after one time I will change what you are. So we have a fixed notion about Bhagavan should appear only in this form. You see, Sabari, in what form Rama was coming? What does she know? Has seen him before? No. Not even a physical description was given to her by her Guru. Just that, he will come. So she treated everyone as Ram. Whoever came. So in our mind, when we recognize that the Lord can come in any form, we should treat everybody like that. Because it may be. So here, when Bhagavan appeared as the whole cosmic form, my mind was not with me. Vismayo me mahan. Because now I realized that he can be sun, he can be moon, he can be water, it can be fire, it can be tree, it can be plant, it can be bird, it can be an animal, it can be an insect, it can be human. Every form is his form only, uniform. So this is the wonder of wonder. Hey Rajan, remembering that, Krishyami cha punah punah, again and again and again, I'm delighted. So here Sanjaya admits his final confession as though. So this is how I was given the great opportunity to listen to the conversation, see Bhagavan in that form. Oh, blessed. Dhritarashtra even have not even an iota of devotion at this point also. He only wondered, what is next? When are we starting the war again? After 10 years, 10 days, and there is a small break here. tea time break or something like that, lunch break, now we start again. Because he is not ready to give up his adamancy, wanting to fight and win the Pandava. At least Sanjay was trying. Now he gives a caution to Dhritarashtra. When Krishna and Arjuna are, now earlier Arjuna was not sure whether to fight or not, so, and Krishna is persuading him. Now finally what Arjuna said, Nashto moha mritirlapta karishye vachanam tava sitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava, meaning what? Now Arjuna has decided to fight the war with the help of Krishna. Now, if both of them come together, what will happen? He is cautioning Dhritarashtra, be careful, victory will be for them only. So here is the most beautiful verse. This is the concluding verse of Bhagavad Gita. Yatra yogeshwara Krishnaha yatra partho dhanurdharaha tatra sirvijayo bhutihi Dhruvani tirma tirmama yatra yogeshwara Krishnaha yatra partho dhanurdharaha tatra sirvijayo bhutihi Dhruvani tirma tirmama. Yatra, where Krishnaha Yogeshwara, the master of yoga, Krishna is standing. And in the same place where Yatra Dhanurdharaha Partha. Partha Prithvi Putraha Parthaha Pritha Putraha. The son of Pritha, or we can say the son of the land. Prithvi means the land. So, son of the land, Prithvi. This includes all the human beings. We are all Prithasam and Parthasam. Why? We are all born out of this earth. We are all represented by Arjuna. And where Krishna is standing, meaning Bhagavan himself. So, when Bhagavan and human, when they come together understanding each other, when the man decides to do what the Bhagavan commands, then what? Tatra, there, Sri, prosperity, Vijayaha, victory, Bhutihi. Bhutihi means expansion, and Dhruva Nitihi, sound or firm policy. Idi Mama Mati. This is my complete conclusion and understanding. Where there is the human who decided to act according to the Lord's wish, supported by the Lord himself, both of them together. As I said here, this human mind and intellect, when it starts to unite with that one, when they stand together, what is not? This question always is there in every major debate. What is important? Religion or governance? Politics, whatever. Actually, they cannot be two. Because without the religious perception or the aim, the king cannot really rule morally. The moral sound and principle comes because of the support of the religious faith one has. Because he cannot treat citizens like slaves. He has to treat as being a servant of the Lord only, a person can truly serve the world. I am given this opportunity to be representative of God, and therefore all these people are to be served by me. Now, today's world, what happens? A person in the power, he wants maximum out of the people, not give to the people. So unless a person has this firm understanding that I am a servant of the Lord, and I am also servant of the Lord who is appearing in front of me as the Samaj, the world, the people whom I am governing, and then only the governance will be correct. So really speaking, there cannot be any dichotomy between religion and government. This is what is proved here. Gurudev writes in his commentary very clearly that the symbolism of the way of life gets completed here in reinforced with the spiritual understanding. Man gets ready to exert and power in his endeavors to tame life and master prosperity. In such a case, there is no power that can stop him for some success. And also he says, where there is a secular and a sacred, a happy blending of the sacred and the secular is the policy for a man as advised in Gita, in the vision of Sri Vedavyasa. He sees the world order in which man pursues a way of life wherein the spiritual and the material production can no doubt bring immediately a spectacular flood of wealth into the pockets of man, but not peace and joy into the heart. Prosperity without peace within is a calamity, gruesome and terrible. That's what we see, that the prosperity is there, but peace is not. And on the other hand, only people who go to the religious aspect of it and forsake their responsibility of the world also is not correct, incomplete. Hinduism blends these two both. Otherwise, why do we have 4 Purusharthas? Tell me, only moksha is sufficient? No. Buddham, Saranam Gacchami, Dukkam, Dukkam, Sarvam, go. And that particular place where only you are talking about everything Dukkam, Dukkam, how will you then have any one day of happiness? Dharma is the forefront. But do the right thing before you go for moksha. Do the right thing wherever you are. Earn the correct way, artha. Experience that in the proper way, that is kama. And when your vasanas are properly exhausted, then you get ready for that moksha. So, secular world in which dharma, artha, kama is important, do it correctly, then only you are ready for the spiritual enlightenment. This is why the 4 stages of life is also given to us. Brahmacharya, then Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and then proceed to the final renunciation. So Yogeshwara Krishna representing the spiritual goal, Dhanurdhara Partha representing the secular stability. In any organization, no doubt there should be sound policies, but also financial strength. Without that, how will you function? Head alone is not sufficient. The body is also important. That's why in the Purusha Suktam we say, Brahmano osya mukamasid, bahura janyakrataha, uru tata sedvaishaha, padhyagam shodro ajayata. What does it mean? The head is represented by the people who are thinking, the shoulder represented by the Kshatriyas who are protecting, the body is represented by the Vaishyas who are financial stability, and the people who are working is the feet. All are important equally. Without the feet, where will you go? You cannot even move. Without the strength of the body, you cannot sustain. Without the shoulder, you cannot take responsibility. Without the head, you cannot think. All are important. So where there is Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra Shri, prosperity, Vijayaha, victory. Then Bhutihi, expansion, and Dhruva Niti, sound policy of how to do things. And our Guruji has given beautiful idea that Drishtim vina karma matram janayet bheda bhavanam darshanam karma rahitam vartate moga kalpana karma yuktam darshanam tu bhavet kalyana sadhanam nrinamantarikam yasma jayate parivartanam. So, where there is Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra Shri, prosperity, Vijaya, victory. Then Bhutihi, expansion, and Dhruva Niti, sound policy of how to do things. And our Guruji has given beautiful idea that Drishtim vina karma matram janayet bheda bhavanam darshanam karma yuktam darshanam tu bhavet kalyana sadhanam nrinamantarikam yasma jayate parivartanam. There was one beggar who was blind. Obviously, whenever somebody puts in his plate anything, you won't even see, and somebody steals also, you won't see. So he was quite suffering. Another beggar was there who was lame. He couldn't go anywhere. So obviously, he could not go to different places where the crowd is to ask for money. So he is stuck in one place. Had they both happened to meet, what happened then? So the person who's lame said, "Hey, you cannot see, I cannot walk. But you can walk, I can see. So why not we come to a AB corporation? You are A and B." What the lame person said, "I will sit on your shoulder where I can see, and you can walk, and we can go to places. We'll share the profit. Profit means whatever we have learned." No, you understand that vision and action both are important. Vision alone will not bring any prosperity. Action without vision, you'll be groping in the going around and groping in the dark. So therefore, it is said, "Drishtim vina," without vision, karma matram, only action, janayet bheda bhavanam. You do not know how to do things because you have no vision. You only divide things. You will only make more and more mistakes here. Because without vision, there is no progress. Darshanam karma rahitam. You have vision but never do anything. Vartade moga kalpana. You live in a dream world. Karma yuktam darshanam tu. Karma yuktam, associated, enjoined with karma and vision, bhavet kalyana sadhanam. That is what you see means to kalyana means prosperity. Nranam antarikam yasma jayate parivartanam. So there is an eternal transformation takes place when there is vision and action. The vision is Krishna, action is Krishna. In our life, we should recognize the purpose very clearly, the highest purpose being liberation, not just making, even as much money as you also make, but at some point of time, your body starts to wither away and start becoming weak. At that time, you cannot do anything. You can't even enjoy life, where the mind has become troubled and agitated, and you will regret that you lived not correct. Where the mind has become, even when you are young, when you are ill and hearty, at that time, if you are able to take care of the mind and make it peaceful, as even the body gets old and the senile, you'll be still be internally peaceful and welcome the end of your, only to proceed further to a higher level. So spiritual knowledge and the vision plus action with the correct understanding together is Kalyana. That is where the Sri, Vijaya, Bhuti, Dhruva. That's the beauty of this combination of sacred and the secular. Worldly prosperity plus the spiritual integrity together. To make myself more clear, enduring prosperity must be that which arises from successful endeavor, that is the results of cooperative and loving effort, and this cannot yield any success unless it is nurtured and nourished, guarded and protected by the intelligent, sound policy. So, this is the end of all the teachings of Bhagavan Krishna here in 18th chapter. So, in conclusion, Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra, the dialogue between the Lord Krishna and Arjuna is the most wonderful conversation. I saw the universal form of the Lord with great joy and horribility. The complete transformation had happened in Arjuna. First he was, I am deluded. Now what did he say? My delusion's gone. Natto moha. Earlier he says, na yuddham karomi. I will not fight. He says, I will fight. Then I lost my memory. Here, at the end, when he listened to Bhagavad Gita, what did he say? I regained my memory. That's what the last time I explained about that. Then I am unable to even stand. He was unsteady and so weak. Now he says, Stitos Mikata Sangdeha. Stand steady now. See how the transformation took place by the conversation with the Lord. We must converse with the Lord constantly. But don't tell anybody else, otherwise they think something is wrong. If you're in a room alone, you are, of course, if you have a phone, they can understand. But without that phone, without this also. No, the first time when they had this hand-free thing, I never knew. So somebody was in the car, I was looking at alone, he was talking. What is wrong with the person? Then only they turned around, I saw that. So when you are conversing with the Lord, shut the door and talk. Otherwise, people call 911. Happened. Oh, I won't say which one. So, grace of Veda Vyasa, composed by him in the midst of Mahabharata, he gave a special vision to Chandya to see, hear, and understand. So, success, prosperity, and policy. Wherever is Krishna and Partha, there are prosperity, victory, happiness, and firm policy. Mere spirituality without material exertion and secular achievements will not make life dynamic. Enduring prosperity must be that which arises from successful endeavor. That is the result of cooperative and loving effort, and it cannot yield any success unless it is nurtured and built. It is obvious now. God and protected by intelligence. So this thus ends the Bhagavad Gita of the 18 chapters, which we, as I said, started in 2004. I started with the fourth chapter in that year, 2000, I think it was 2014. 2014. So 10 years back, and that year itself, following year, Guruji came and conducted a yajna here on the fourth chapter. I concluded, and then he also spoke for a week on that. I remember this simply. That's how I do remember that the fourth chapter. And 14 years, 10 years later, we now concluding the beautiful journey. At least it is a great journey for me because I am continuously there in all the 10 years. So I can vouch for it. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Sambhade Mokta Sannyasa Yogo Nama Ashtadashodhyayah. This is known as Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Moksha se sannyas nahi. Moksha Prapti Sannyasena. By attainment of the liberation through correct understanding of the Navadvip. This is the 18th chapter. This is between a conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. And it is also considered as a Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of Brahman. And in Upanishad, it is mainly knowledge that is provided, but in Gita, it is practice also. So, Yoga Shastra. And how to practice this, that is also many places Bhagavan has explained. That is why it is called, it is Upanishad itself. So, Gita su Upanishadsu, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So, in this Bhagavad Gita, which itself is Upanishad, which explained the Brahma Vidya along with practice, as in the form of conversation between Krishna and Arjuna, on the topic of Moksha Sannyasa. This is the 18th chapter. I remember way back in the 95, when I first came to US, 96 or 97, I started the first Bhagavad Gita series lecture, 96. Some of you might have been not born. Yes, not you. So, This is, I think, the 10th time I have, 10th or more time I have completed the entire Bhagavad Gita. The Rajan Samsmritya Samsmritya, I can say. Rishyami Muhur, remembering again and again. Because every time I explain, I try to share the thoughts with everybody. I discover new things. Even now we are having another series of the class every week, twice. Uh, I mean, 3, 4 times a month. 3, 4 weeks a month or 2 weeks a month. Going into deeper depths of right, listening to the or reading the commentaries of Bhagavan Shankaracharya. I think we are in the 13th chapter. So that is also another parallelly going on. It will take another few more years to complete. So every time when we read and understand, depth is so phenomenal. It is like, go on digging and digging, more and more treasure comes. That's the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. So I'm so glad that we have gone through the entire thing, and we again pray to the Lord that we get more opportunity to study and reflect. I will chant the first verse, you repeat. Huh? Sri Ata Pratamodhyayah Dhritarashtrauvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Mamaka Pandavastaiva Kimakurvada Sanjaya. So usually the tradition is you go back to the first verse. So it is to say that keep reading again. Some of the stories they write, no, towards the last page. Now you want to know what happened, go to the first page of the book. Then read again, you'll understand. So while we are at it, the Gita is indeed a great, it's like a mother. We have conducted the uh, 108 names have been explained. This year we took that as the 108th Jayanti for Gurudev. At that time, towards the end, there is one small composition I made based upon the Ganga Stotram. Ganga Stotram is in praise of Ganga. So I took some verses from there and converted that for Gita. So both are mother only. And Ganga is one which comes from the head of Bhagavan Shiva. If you all know, Bhagavan Shiva carries the cold Ganga head. And actually it is from the feet of Bhagavan Vishnu. It is coming from the feet of Bhagavan Vishnu, held by Bhagavan Shiva before he gave it out to the world. So too, this knowledge is coming from the mouth of Bhagavan Krishna, held by the rishis in their head, and passed it on to us all by tradition. So, in here is how the Harimukha Padma Tarangini Gite Veda Vedanta Dhavala Tarangi Dhuri Kuruvama Duskriti Bharam Puru Kripaya Bhavasagara Param. Harimukha Padma Tarangini Gite. It comes from the lotus mouth of the Lord. Haripada Mukha. Harimukha Padma Tarangini. Tarangini means with the waves. Gange Veda Vedanta Tavala Tarangi. You have the waves of knowledge from Vedas and Vedas. Why should I read you? Why should I study? Dhuri Kuruma Madhuskriti Bharam. The burden of the past sins or in the pasanas, Dhuri Kuru. May you please remove Guru Kripaya Bhavasagara Param. Also make me cross over to the ocean of change. तव चेन्मातस्तोत्रस्नातः पुनरपि जठरे सोऽपि न जातः नरकनिवारिणि भगवति गीते कलुषविनाशिनि महिमोत्तुङ्गे तव चेत् मातः if in case, O mother, stotraha snataha, if a person is delving or sinking deep into your stotras, glory of yours, punarapi jatare saha na jataha. Again, he will not be born as the womb in the womb of any mother, meaning you get liberated. Naraka Nivarini, one who removes the hell, Bhagavati Gite, Kalusha Vinashini, destroyer of all impurity, Mahimo Tungi, one who has the great waves of knowledge. Rokam Shokam Tapam Papam Harame Bhagavati Kumati Kalapam Upanishad Sare Madhavahare Tvamasi Gatir Mama Kalu Samsare. What we are suffering constantly is Rokam Shokam Tapam Papam. No, all the various disease and sorrows and various afflictions and sins. Harame Bhagavati, please remove that. Kumati Kalapam, my very, dull-witted mind. And Upanishads Sare, you are the very essence of all the Upanishads. Madhavahare, beautifully woven as a garland by Madhava himself. Tvamasi gatir mama kalu samsare. For me in this samsara, you are the only gati, only the solution for me. Yesham hridaye Gita bhakti, in whose heart the devotion to Gita is there. Tesham bhavati sada sukha mukti. To them, definitely there is easy means to liberate. Veda Vyasa Munina Rachitam. This is none other than composed by the Muni known as Veda Vyasa. Patati Sukhi Savahiti Chasamata. Thus it is composed by him. One who reads becomes indeed greatly happy. Patati Sukhi Savahiti Chasamata. That's it. So we have the joy of conclusion. It's the last day of the Bhagavad classes, and then next week in June we have the second graduation. Once again, very happy to have stayed with you all. When we meet the next Bhagavad here, we would start with Tulsi Ramayana. I told you all. So in the summertime, please start to learn how to chant Tulsi Ramayana. There are many, our own Guruji has done a lot of online YouTube and all. So we will be singing the verses, Dohas and Chopais, and it's all in Audi language. Audi language is what language spoken in Ayodhya. It's called Audi. It's Hindi, but in a colloquial way. And it's also great that Bhagavan now appeared as has now come to Ayodhya. So this is the right occasion to start studying his glory. That's how it so happened, because it is not originally planned like that. I have thought about it some time back that after Gita I will do Tulsi Ramayana. But then it so happened when Bhagavan has now got himself back to Ayodhya, and we will praise his glory through the singing of his entire story. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. religiously they have been working throughout every Sunday here and above. So, so all the talks from chapter 4 onwards up to this is there in YouTube. Okay, so that is I don't know how many videos would be, maybe running into probably 500 or so. So we have close around 1700 videos in our channel, Chinmaya LA. If you go to YouTube, Chinmaya LA channel. There is Chinmaya channel also, that is the central one. The Chinmaya LA channel, when you go into YouTube, you will find Upanishads are there, Bhagavad Gita is there, and so many other talks are there. And you can, while during the summer, just keep yourself, as I said, Swadhyaya to be done. Then only we don't lose touch with the correct knowledge. Otherwise, what happens? Oh, chutti. Oh, yeah, Sunday, no more. So every Sunday at morning, wherever you are, between 8:30 and 10 or 9:30. So make it as a point to just spend the time learning so that the vision of your life throughout the week will be more positive. So don't give gap. Do you stop eating? Oh, sorry, chutti ho gaya. Make the cow. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Every day we religiously 3 times or more we eat because you want to keep up your physical health, body health. In the same way, mind also need to be healthy with constantly feeding the right thing. Okay, thank you.